Hello and welcome to another update video about Ether. Yeah, Ethereum hasn't really moved a lot on the weekend. It's been a pretty boring weekend. Last weekend was a little bit more interesting. This weekend was really boring. It will be interesting how the US markets open, especially the futures markets. As far as I have seen, they are projected to start lower. Okay, they are projected to start lower, and maybe we start to see a little bit of a move down in the crypto markets as well. We will see how this is going to turn out. Overall, what I can tell you is that for me, Ether looks more bearish than Bitcoin. We have 5 waves down in the yellow wave count of the October high. Yeah, 5 waves down, 3 waves up. You could argue in a flat structure, A, B, C in wave 2. I did explain to you that against 1726, I would focus on lower still, even though I'm recognizing that the white wave count absolutely has a possibility, but I would only take that more seriously above 1726, or it would just be a guess. And yeah, it is definitely more or weaker than Bitcoin. The ETH BTC chart, which is a chart I analyze for channel members mainly, shows that we are soon going to see a turnaround, that ETH is going to outperform Bitcoin, and maybe that is starting this week, yeah, or next week, you know, depending on your time zone, the new week. Okay, so that might be starting. We already see some green candles on that chart, and it reached my target, my downside target, pretty much. So it's going to be very interesting. That means if the ETH BTC chart turns bullish, Ether would be set to outperform Bitcoin probably for the next few months. So the last few days where Ether was much weaker than Bitcoin was due to the last low that was possibly put in on that chart. I mean, it's not entirely confirmed that it's turning around, but it's interesting. It's definitely something interesting. There's definitely a change coming at some point. It's just not confirmed yet. So yeah, the yellow count is for me still in control. I mean, against 1726, I focus on lower in the yellow count. This wave 2 can always escalate a little higher. So there's definitely the chance to push higher. The move down is not impulsive yet. Could, however, be a diagonal, maybe a wave 1 off wave 3 here. So, but this is, I mean, such a slow price action. It is so frustrating. Again, what this could be is, where are we? Where are we? Oops, here. So this could be a tiny 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 leading diagonal in a wave 1 off wave 3. That would certainly be a bearish scenario. Wave 1 down, wave 2 up, and then we should see a breakdown next. But that's highly speculative because I haven't seen any impulses to the downside. This looks like at best like a diagonal. We still have to keep the door open for higher because this could easily be corrective. Very difficult price action to read. Certainly what I can tell you, a break above 1661 will likely send this wave 2 higher to 1690 first, then 1705 and 1726. Above 1726, I have to change the larger assumption, and the white wave count will likely send us to $1,900 roughly in a wave 5. And on the flip side, a break below 1611 would confirm a breakdown in the third wave. Target for the third wave from here, but I don't think it will be that straightforward. I don't think it will be, not given the price action we've seen. But target for the third wave, circle wave 3, is around 1450. That's also the 88.7 fib level plus the 1.618 extension level. Could this be something? Could this be something very, very bullish? I mean, I had someone asked me, you know, could this be a 1-2 setup? As I've got the 1-2 there anyway. 1 second, let me just delete that again. Could this be a 1-2 setup, and could this be another 1-2 setup? See, it could be, okay? It could be. That would be very bullish, but the problem is the second 1-2 or the second wave 1 is larger than the first wave 1, so it would be very unreliable and is not a likely structure. In addition to that, if that was the case, then this would have to be another 1-2 setup here. And if that is another 1-2 setup, we have 3 1-2 setups in a row. I just don't really believe that. That would be super bullish. And because we haven't even got impulses to the upside, and because we haven't even got the right sizes of the relevant waves, I don't believe that. Of course, it's possible. You know, anything is possible. But my task is obviously to reduce down the number of possible scenarios to the most probable. And I have to try to narrow down the probable scenarios really to just the most probable ones. And I've got 2 for you here on the chart. If we add more, it will get confusing. So we just have to work on what is the most probable. And there's a bearish one and there's a bullish one. There's a clear level that distinguishes between them. And that's all we can do at this stage. It is a very, very difficult range here. And the market doesn't really know itself what it wants to do. It doesn't. Okay, so we've been moving sideways since the middle of August. I mean, basically, 7 weeks now. Yeah, just sideways action, really boring. Not even impulsive action into any direction. I mean, this is the most impulsive stuff I've seen to the downside, which is why I am emphasizing the yellow count. But this is exactly still the range, the type of range in which the prices can surprise. So again, I can only emphasize it again. This is sort of a price range in which we just have to be prepared for everything at the moment. I know it's difficult, I know it's frustrating, but the analysis tells us very clearly the levels, yes, but the analysis also tells us that we have to expect headwinds, that we are on a rocky road, okay? And that knowledge is very important, to know that the situation is not crystal clear, not on this time frame. Not on this time frame. The daily time frame is much clearer, absolutely. And if you can't handle that uncertainty, I would encourage you to maybe just trade the daily time frame or just the larger time frames at the moment until we get more clarity here on the shorter time frames. Yeah, that's my update about Ether. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. As a channel member, you get access to the weekly live stream. We had one today in which we talked about how to trade a 4th and a 5th wave. If you're interested in education like that, then yeah, check out the membership. Links are in the description. You also get access to Discord and Telegram, as well as short-term market updates and signals as a gold member. If you're interested in stocks, then we're now offering a stocks and S&P 500 update service. So every day there's an update about the S&P with a video plus selected stocks. You can find the link in the description as well. It's the link to Patreon. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.